Hello everyone, I am Hamad Adnan and today I will talk about Introduction to Linux. My outlines are: what is operating system, what is Linux, who created Linux, components of Linux system, kernel mode versus kernel mode and user mode, and the basic features of operating system. To understand the Linux system, we need first to understand what is an operating system. Every time when you switch on your computer, you see a screen where you can perform different activities like write and browse and watch a video. So what is the thing which makes the computer hardware work like that? How does the processor on your computer know that you are asking it to running an MP3 or anything on your computer? Well, it's the operating system or the kernel which does this work. What is kernel? Kernel is a program at the heart of any operating system that can take care of the fundamental stuff like letting hardware communicate with the software. So briefly, to work on your computer you need an operating system. The most popular operating systems are Mac OS, Windows and Linux, which I will talk about it in this video. So what is Linux? Linux is an operating system or a kernel distributed under an open source license. Its functionality list is quite like Unix. It's an open source and its source code is freely available, so it's free to use. Who created Linux? Linux is created by a computer science student called Linus Torvalds. He used to work on the Unix operating system and he thought that it needed improvements. However, when his suggestion was rejected by the designer of Unix, he thought of launching an operating system which will be receptive to change modifications suggested by its users. Then he named it Linux in 1991, though he would need programs like file manager and audio video programs and etc. to run on it. As time passed by, he collaborated with other programs like MIT, and application for Linux is started to appear. So around 1991, working Linux operation system with some application was officially launched, and this was the most left and open source operating system available today. Component of Linux system. You have kernel, system utility and system library. Linux operating system has primarily those three components. Kernel is the core part of Linux and it's responsible for all major activities of this operating system. It consists of various modules and it interacts directly with the underlying hardware. Kernel provides the required abstraction to hide low-level hardware detail to system or application programs. System libraries are special functions or programs using which the application programs or system utilities access kernel features. These libraries implement most of the functionalities of the operating system and don't require kernel modules code access right. System utility programs are responsible to do specialized individual tasks. Kernel mode and user mode. Kernel component could execute in special privileged mode called kernel mode, with full access to all resources of the computer. This could represent a single process execute in a single address space and don't require any context switch, and hence is very efficient and fast. Kernel runs each processes and provides system services to processes. Provide protected access to hardware processes. Support code which is not required to run in kernel mode is in system library. User programs and other system programs works in the user mode, which has no access to the system hardware and kernel code. User programs or utilities use system libraries to access kernel functions to get systems low-level tasks. Following are some of the important features of Linux operating system. Portable. Portability means software can work on different types of hardware in same way. Linux kernel and application programs support their installation on any kind of hardware platform. Open source. Linux source code is freely available and it is community-based development project Multiple teams work in a collaboration to enhance the capability of Linux. Multi-user. Linux is a multi-user system, means multiple users can access system resources like memory, RAM, application programs at the same time. Multi-programming. Linux is a multi-programming system, means multiple applications can run at the same time. Hierarchical file system. Linux provides a standard file structure in which system files or user files are arranged. Shell. Linux provides a special interpreter program which can be used to execute commands of the operating system. It can be used to do various types of operation, call application programs. Security. Linux provides user security using authentication features like password protection, controlled access to specific files, or encryption of the data. In creating this video, I used those resources. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.